Every January, a lot of ambitious people write some version of build my network on their list of career goals, and then default to exactly the same habits as before, accepting random connection requests, liking posts, and maybe showing up at a conference or an event or two. By March, you guessed it, nothing feels different. If you want a different career outcome this year, new year, new networking needs to mean much more than just turning up the volume. It needs to mean new people, new purpose, and a new posture. Let's start with who should be in your network this year. Think about your career in layers. Layer 1 is functional peers at other companies. If you're in product, program, strategy, marketing, operations, whatever it is, you need a few people who are doing something similar in other organizations. They are your informal market research. They see different organizational structures, tools, expectations, and opportunities. Layer 2, people 1 or 2 levels above you. These are the people already doing the job you want in the future or managing people at that level. They can help you calibrate whether you're actually operating at the next level, and if not, what would need to change. Layer 3, people in adjacent or aspirational industries. In other words, if you're thinking about moving from corporate to tech, from retail to fintech, from agency to in-house, you want voices from those worlds before you try to make a move, not after. Most mid-career leaders are over-indexed on layer 0, people they used to work with and a handful of current colleagues. That's comfortable and maybe fun and friendly, but it doesn't open new doors. Once you've identified who's missing, shift your purpose. Networking isn't collecting contacts in case I need a job. It's staying in conversation with the parts of the market you care about next. And hopefully, that's even enjoyable for you. That means your outreach has to sound different. Instead of, hi, I'd love to connect and pick your brain about opportunities, try, I'm targeting director level roles in program and product operations this year, and I'm noticing X trend internally. I'd love to compare how those functions are structured at your company. Would you be open to a quick conversation about that? See how natural it sounds? You're approaching this as a peer, not as a panicked job seeker. You're bringing a specific point of view that may be helpful, and you're being clear about why you want to talk. Next, consider your posture. Networking works best when it feels like an exchange, not a one-way ask. So you might share with others what you're seeing in your part of the industry, lessons you learned launching a program, leading a team, or navigating a specific change. You could send a resource or an article or offer an introduction that could be helpful. You become someone people want to stay in touch with, not someone they hear from only when you're in crisis. Finally, make these efforts sustainable. Rather than a burst of activity and then silence, create a lightweight system for yourself. It could be one 20-minute block every week for external outreach, or a simple list or spreadsheet where you track who you spoke with and what you learned. Maybe it's a quarterly check-in with yourself. Do I have at least 5 or 10 people outside my company who understand my work and would think of me if something relevant came up, whether it's a job, a speaking opportunity, an article, an introduction? The point is not to become a full-time networker. It's to make sure your world doesn't shrink to the 4 walls of your current employer. Your internal performance determines whether you're promotable where you are. Your external network determines how many options you have if that path stalls. New year, new networking is making the decision to invest in both. So do it. You won't be sorry.